video. Whether you are a first timer or whether you've been here before, I'm happy that you're here today. So I'm so surprised by this reading. My subscribers know that lately I have been pulling cards to see what topics Spirit wants me to talk about in the weekly readings that I do. I have never been more surprised in my life than I was with this, because what Spirit wants to talk to you guys about is twin flames. I don't know that much about twin flames, so I actually asked, are you sure? And it came back very clearly, yes. And I was like, do you think I know enough about twin flames to do a twin flame reading? And Spirit said yes. So I'm gonna just do the best I can here today. If you will notice, there are a lot of cards down here. So the way I decided to split it up, there will be 3 sections in each of these readings. The first section will be, what is your twin flame like? And I will try to get any kind of information I can about looks, zodiac signs, personality traits, those kinds of things. The second section will be, when and how will you meet your twin flame? And then the third section will be, how will the relationship unfold? So, as I said, I do not know that much about twin flames, so I did have to do a little bit of research. And here's what I came up with. There is a ton of information out there, so I do suggest that you go do some research on twin flames yourself to be sure that you kind of have an understanding of what that is. But here's what I got. So it is a really intense soul connection that you have in this life. You learn in all relationships, but twin flame relationships are here to teach us the most. They are very challenging, but they're also very healing. So basically, you know, there's some ways to know, and there are many blog posts and stuff out there about how to know when you meet your twin flame. The thing that caught my eye was that you should complement each other. And I mean, it kind of comes from the theory that the soul was split into 2 bodies, or sometimes gets split into 2 bodies. But the psychologists want you to be sure that you know that everybody is whole on their own, but the twin flame is kind of like a mirror soul, and they come into our lives to help us work through issues, and they should be both of you, like you should be that for each other. So when you do meet your twin flame, it's not an easy path always. If it is an easy path, it's probably not your twin flame. Your shadow side will be challenged in a twin flame relationship. Your fears and your anxieties and those things that you probably already know you have will become even more pronounced when you meet this person, and you will instantly know each other. I do know that. Okay, that's about all I'm going to say about twin flames. Again, I'm not that familiar. So I do have 4 piles down here. Spirit is working me hard today, because I usually do 3, and I was like, okay, so should I do 3 cards? Nope. 4 cards. Yep. Okay. So we got 4 piles here. On pile 1 is a Sodalite. On pile 2, this is a mixed stone, but it definitely has Bloodstone in it. I do know that. On pile 3, Amethyst, a rough cut Amethyst. And on pile 4, a rough cut rose quartz. So, my friends, pick the pile that you think is going to answer questions about your twin flame. I'll put timestamps in the description box below. You can click on that timestamp. It will take you directly to that point in the reading. If you do like this video, please give it a thumbs up. It helps me, it helps the channel. And subscribe if you have not done so yet and you would like to. It is completely free, so the price is right. Hit that bell and you will be notified when I upload new videos. All right, make your choice, and I will see you at your twin flame reading. Welcome back, my friends. If you chose pile 1 for your twin flame messages, this is going to be your reading. It's probably going to be a little bit long, so get you some hot tea or some coffee or whatever your favorite beverage is and settle in, and we will get through this reading. Okay, so pile 1 did have the Sodalite on it, and as I said, we're going to do this in 3 parts. The first part of the reading will be, what is your twin flame like? So I got some Herbal Craft Tarot, some Gregory Scott Tarot, and the Sacred Contracts. These are more personality traits. So let's see if we can get some information from these first. For the Gregory Scott Tarot, you got Hanged Man, the 7 of Wands, and the Knight of Wands. Okay, that's a hint right there. For the Herbal Tarot, you got Pan, the Ace of Swords, and the 4 of Wands. Got a lot of Wands energy, fire energy. I'm actually seeing flames in this Pan card, and it's not, that's an earth energy right there. Okay, for the Sacred Contract, let's see what we got here. Oh, Dawn 1, light attribute, spotlights your positive, seductive qualities. I can see that. Shadow attribute, using the power of romantic attraction for private agendas. Dawn 1. A Fool, light attributes, fearlessly revealing emotion, helping people laugh at absurdity and hypocrisy. Shadow attributes, using humor to wound rather than liberate. Denial of your emotional truth. Networker, light attributes, enhances unity through the sharing of information, engenders social awareness and empathy. Shadow attributes, conveys information only for personal gain, spreads fear and falsehood. And Servant, light attribute, delight in serving others with a free and loving heart. Shadow attribute, using the lack of money as an excuse not to move forward with life. Interesting on the servant thing there. Just got a flash of wisdom from that card. Okay, who is this person? Male or female? However you resonate, whatever you take it, how it resonates with you. I tend to talk, I'm a heterosexual female, I date men, so I do tend to talk from that angle, and I apologize for that, that's just who I am. But if you are a man that dates men, or a woman that dates women, or a man that dates women, take this how it resonates for you, okay? Let's talk about, first of all, when it comes to looks, I'm very, very much picking up on some redhead energy here. It's all over. It's like 1, 2, 3 cards here that has redheads in it. Not a very common coloring, really. Probably more so in the north, like Ireland is known for redheads. England probably has some redheads. The Scandinavian countries, there are a lot of redheads in there. So we're talking about probably Northern European descent, or at least some of that ancestry. For some of you, we do have some dark colored and even Asian looking. Is that Asian or Hispanic? Oh, both. So Hispanic or Asian. So just take it how it resonates. But here's what I think about their zodiac sign. I'm very strongly picking up on a fire sign energy, because you got this Knight of Wands here, you got the 7 of Wands, You've got some things down here, Dawn 1, networking. Those fire energies are just very active and very much doers. With that Knight of Wands, you've got this energy of a very sexual person. It can some kind of indicate that the people that are coming into your life are really more interested in a sexual relationship than they are in a, long-term committed relationships. So this person definitely has that trait. Sex is important to them. They're a little bit, they're seductive, right? They know how to get people in bed with them. They are aware of their power, the power of attraction that they have. They're a very lusty person. That's also a message of Pan. Just a very lusty person and very concerned with the earthly pleasures. And those things can often become addictions. And that's why, this is kind of the devil in the universal weight. It's very lusty energy. It's very earthy energy. It's very enjoying the things of the earth, nice homes and sex and good food and partying and drinking and dancing and just very vibrant kind of soul here. The other energy that I'm picking on is a kind of an earth energy. Okay, so wait a minute. The fire signs are Sagittarius, Leo, and Aries. The earth signs are Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo. So those kind of attributes are showing up seriously here. With the earth signs, they are more practical, more down to earth. They are kind of no nonsense people. They're good with money. They're bankers. They're very interested in the material things in life: food, clothing, shelter, jobs. Again, sex. The fire signs are the doers. They're entrepreneurs. They are adventurers. They're like, if it's an old fire sign, is especially the men, they're great storytellers. Like, that's the guy that you want to talk to in the bar. That's the guy you want to sit down next to and have a conversation with, because they do so many things. They can have like 10 lives in one. They travel, they have adventures, they just are creative in their energy and just exciting creatures to be around. Now, they're not as rich. I will say that about the fire signs, because money is not as important to them as the juice of life and the adventures of life. It's just not. So if this person has the fire and earth traits, that helps them, right? That helps them be more grounded if they have that earth in there, because that fire will just take them off on adventures all the time. The earth traits kind of keep them more grounded and willing to stay at home and build a life. In addition to the Pan, another thing that tells me that this person might be very earth-oriented is this Four of Wands, which talks about stability around the home. It talks about happiness around the home. It is a card for marriage. So you got this duality here in this person, in that they can be very spontaneous and very sexually driven, but they can also be very earthy and very interested in stability and those kinds of things. So definitely a dichotomy. So look, we talked about how, the Don Juan, that's just somebody that has a reputation for being a little bit of a playboy. The Fool talks about a kind of a comedian energy. They do have a great sense of humor, which is good. They like to dance. They have a great sense of humor. They are pretty smart, actually. Got the Ace of Swords here. They know what they want. They have a lot of clarity about what it is they want. And when they want to do something, they do it. They're very clear about what they want. So they do like to serve people, which I kind of have the philosophy that anything that you do in life is about service to others. So that is coming through here. They may work in the service industry. They may also work in PR because you have this networker energy here. Someone that puts deals together, someone that puts people together, someone that can enhance their own business because they are good at sharing information and engaging people. So that would actually apply to almost any business. They may have their own business actually, because you do have that business owner energy in the fire signs. And that coupled with an earth sign who's, you know, very success oriented and very driven. Yeah, they might have their own business. Maybe even a restaurant. You got this dancing over here too. So it could be some kind of nightlife kind of industry that has to do with food and dancing and some kind of club situation. Okay, what else am I picking up here? This networker energy has male here, and it does talk about sharing information. So they could be in IT, actually, information technology, but they could also have some kind of web-based business. Okay. I think that's pretty much all I am picking up on. What is this person like? They are able to see things from another perspective, like another person's perspective. With that PR energy, it may, I don't know, some kind of psychology, maybe even a pop psychology kind of thing. They are able to see things themselves from a different perspective, like another person's perspective, but they're also able to help other people see things from a different perspective, which kind of makes me think of a therapist. Okay. All right. Let's move on to the second part of this reading, which is how and when you will meet this twin flame. All right, so I got some additional cards here, and we will pull them all at the same time and see if we can figure out how and when you will meet your twin flame. Wow, we got the suspended person, which is the same as the hanged man. You got that in the earlier reading about who that person is. That's interesting. Okay, 6 of Swords and 2 of Wands. I'm picking up travel very, very strongly here. You got the Lovers card, the 9 of Swords, and the 3 of Pentacles. With the Sedona, I was very surprised to be drawn to the Sedona Oracle deck for this particular section for how and when you will meet this person, but I was. So follow your heart, masculine energy. And then for the tea leaf fortune card, you got December. Well, that's a win, right? When. Rainbow, the most difficult part of a situation is over. Target, a goal-oriented person. 4-leaf clover, great good fortune. And success. Okay, let's see, how and when. I'm definitely getting a work situation for some of you with this goal-oriented person, success, and this 3 of Pentacles. That's definitely about work energy. So I do feel like some of you will meet at work. Some of you will meet on a vacation from work. Got travel here. You got the Two of Wands, which is looking out on the world and seeing where you want to go next. You've got the Six of Wands, which talks about travel, maybe even overseas, you guys, which would be interesting, all right, to go overseas and meet your twin flame. That would be amazing. As far as wins, I have a couple of things here. I got December, and then I also have Gemini with the Lovers card here. That's a card for Gemini, so that would be late May, early June. Any other win? Win. And I don't know why, but I'm thinking in the next 5 years for some of you. So probably if you're very young, that would be probably for you guys. Like in the next 5 years, you'll meet this twin flame. Some of you, it's sooner than that. It's like this year, December, or it's in the summer of next year. Okay, so how? Definitely, some of you will meet at work. Some of you will meet on a vacation from work. So on the vacation, there's some place, I think for some of you guys, there's some place you've always wanted to go. You've always been drawn to. So when you're scheduling your vacation in the next few years, if there's some place you always wanted to go to, definitely do that. I'm feeling like that is a piece of it, how you find this twin flame. The reason you're being drawn to that place is because that person is there. So definitely look at that. And I had one more thought. With this target here and success, I'm definitely picking up on an actual, like you're hitting a goal with this person, with this twin flame person. I think like you put the request out there into the universe in some really solid way, which I think might be like an online dating profile. Like you're looking in some of those profiles that ask you, what is your ideal mate? And I think some of you are meeting through the internet because you put that target out there. This is my ideal mate, and you get that. So some of you will meet online. All right, that's all I'm getting for when and where actually. So let's move on to the next part, which is how will the relationship unfold? All right, let's see what we got here for how will the relationship unfold. Again, a lot of cards. I'm gonna get them all and then see what's happening. All right, with the Herbal Tarot, you got the Moon, you got the Tower, and you got the Three of Swords. With the Druidcraft Tarot, you got the Lady, you got the Two of Swords, got the Queen of Cups, that's interesting. Okay, so Whispers of Love Tarot, you got look to your inner strength. You are stronger than you realize. With the Crystallary Oracle, you got Fundamentals of Humanness, Salt. And with the Angels and Ancestors, you got Medicine Guardian. Be open to healing information. Yeah. In the introduction, I was talking about what my research on twin flames and what I found. And I did discover that they are not always easy relationships. So I think they sometimes have a lot of ups and downs. They might have breakups and getting back together. They're very interesting relationships. So we'll see what we can pick up on how this particular one will unfold. So With the tea leaf fortune cards, you got bow. You are highly thought of. You got lightning. Control your anger or you will be sorry. Dark man. Dealings or relationships with a man with dark complexion or hair. Gavel. Involvement with the law. And club. Someone will try to make you do something against your will. Okay, you guys, this is not an easy message to deliver, but so how will the relationship unfold? So I think you meet in one of the ways that we talked about earlier. And in the beginning of the relationship, there is a lot of unknowns. I'm actually taking this dark man energy is not really dark as in coloring. I'm thinking of it as dark as in they have dark moments, because you got this temper card here and you got the tower. So they might have a temper thing going on. And again, with the twin flames, your shadows will come up. Those things that you need to deal with will come up in the relationship. But it is an opportunity to heal those things and to move past them. So, we all have something. We all have some problem, right? This particular person has a little bit of a temper, and that's their problem. Well, it looks like that, there might be some kind of conflict that the law will have to get involved with. And there's a lot of secrecy going on here. You got the moon card, which does talk about secrecy, deception, not being able to see things clearly. You got the Three of Swords, which can indicate a third party situation. This is tough, you guys. So I do think that when you guys come together, there will be some volatility in the relationship in the beginning. Now, I will say this, particularly when people are young, a lot of married people that I know that have been married for a long time will tell you that the beginnings of their relationship was very volatile. Like throwing dishes at each other and stuff, passions run high sometimes in relationships. So don't let this scare you. I just feel like there will be some issues to deal with someone's anger, and that could be vice versa. It could be you that has the anger issue and will have to deal with this situation. So I do feel like that there will be at least one breakup in this twin flame journey that you have here. I think that you guys will come together. There's this messy situation that happens, I think, because somebody gets involved with somebody else. Maybe it's you, maybe it's them. Tempers flare. Maybe even the cops are called. And so the relationship ends. This down here, all of this right here, is talking about you healing yourself. And I think it comes after this relationship has ended. You take the time out to heal yourself. The salt fundamentals of humanness reminds me very much of a spa. This is talking about healing information and looking out for healing information. It will be available to you. This is talking about your using your inner strength to come through this situation. And there is an impasse here where you have to make a decision. After you heal from this person, you have to make a decision about whether you go back to them or you do not. And here's what I will say. Do not stay for 1 minute in a relationship that is unhealthy for you. If this temper gets out of hand, if it gets physical, do not stay for 1 second. There is absolutely no reason for you to be in a relationship like that. I don't care if it's your twin flame or not. But what I do believe is that this person really loves you, truly believes that you are beautiful inside and out, that you would be the perfect mother for their children, the perfect mate for them. And why did I go there that you were a woman and they were the man? I don't know. I wasn't really thinking of that as a man, but I don't know. Maybe that's the man and you are the woman. But it could be vice versa. You think the world of them. They could be the mother or father of your children. You are very drawn to them. You are very attracted to them. And the choice will be yours, whether you decide to continue the relationship with this person after you have healed and after they have gotten some help with this temper issue. This club says someone will try to make you do something against your will. Never do that. If they're trying to get you back and you're not comfortable that they are in any kind of a better place, that they can't be more honest with you, because I do feel like a third party situation here, that they have not healed their crap, then my advice to you would be to move on and not look back. But the choice is yours. Be sure that healing has occurred before you go back to this person. It's not going to be an easy path for sure for you guys. And I'm still torn as to whether you have the temper or they have the temper, because I think the temper might show up because of this third party situation. It might bring out your temper. So take that how it resonates. You guys have healing to do for sure. Twin flame relationships are about healing. So maybe you will be maybe the two of you will be able to work through this, to heal as individuals and to heal as a couple. But do not stay in any situation that is dangerous for you in any way. Okay. As far as how it turns out, there's no indication here, because it does look like the choice is yours. You will have to make a decision about this person. You will be confronted with that. I don't think it's going to be an easy decision for you. I think for a time being, you will have to get away from them. You have to get away from them because of all the stuff that it's bringing up for the two of you. It's just not healthy. But honestly, this kind of over here at the end does kind of look like the love is there, and you guys do really think of a lot of each other, and you have the potential to come together and create a beautiful relationship that is full of abundance in all areas. But in the end, the choice is yours as to whether you do that or not. Okay, that's all I have for pile 1. Until next time, I'm sending you lots of light and love. Take care. Welcome back, my friends. If you chose pile 2 for your twin flame reading, these are going to be your messages. Pile 2 did have a mixed stone that I do know has some bloodstone in it. Okay, as I said, there are 3 parts to this reading. The first part is going to be what is your twin flame like? So I'll get any kind of like zodiac signs, personality traits, any kind of visual, just visual traits, what they look like. Anything I can see in the cards, I will let you know. We'll start with the Herbal Craft Tarot, or the Herbal Tarot, not Craft. You got the High Priestess, the Four of Pentacles, and the Strength card. With the Gregory Scott, you got the Queen of Swords, the Tower, the Two of Pentacles, and the Six of Swords. And with the Sacred Contract cards, you got Companion, Light Attributes, Loyalty, Tenacity, and Unselfishness. Shadow Attributes, Betrayal by misusing confidences, loss of personal identity. Student, Light Attributes, Humility and devotion to knowledge, openness to lifelong learning. Shadow Attributes, Arrogance in the pursuit of destructive knowledge, unwillingness to translate knowledge into action. Gosh, you got a lot of these. Okay, Visionary, Light Attributes, Capacity to envision what is not yet conceivable to others, willingness to proclaim a vision without regard for personal gain. Shadow Attributes, selling insights to the highest bidder, compromising your vision to make it more acceptable. Rebel. Light Attributes, challenges authority to affect social change, rejects spiritual systems that do not serve inner needs. Shadow Attributes, rejects authority out of anger, rebels out of peer pressure or fashion. And Avenger, Light Attributes, desire to balance the scales of justice, righteousness on behalf of society or oneself. Shadow Attribute, resorting to violence in the name of a cause. Okay, this person is an activist for sure. You got that in definitely could be a college student, very activist oriented on their campus, fighting for a cause all the time. Very much a visionary kind of person who sees the world as it could be. Maybe someone who really cares about the environment and fights for those causes. This may be a lesbian relationship, actually, you guys. Women that date women, or men that date women. I feel this person that you're dealing with is very much more feminine. The Rebel, I'm thinking of, like feminist energy. Super into fighting for what they believe in. Just really into it. Sometimes some people will do that as just like a pastime or a hobby or one thing that they're interested in. This person is all about it. That is very important to them, to fight for social justice. So what else do we see here? They could be in maybe studying to be a lawyer or in the legal system, because you have that Queen of Swords there, which talks about very intelligent kind of person who kind of is more head over heart. They make decisions with their head. They're very logical. They're very smart. But in addition to swords, I'm noticing this gavel here and the people hanging back here. So they could be in the legal system already or studying to be some kind of attorney, judge. I guess judges are starting out as attorneys. Is that right? I don't know. Anyway, police officer. what do you call them? Those guardian ad litem people, or advocates for children, or something like that. They do something in the legal system, I think, or at least for a lot of you. Your twin flame will do something in the legal system. So what else do we see about them? Well, they have their demons, that's for sure. Look, their demons are following them, and they're using their demons to help propel them to a better place. Does that make sense? Like, they have suffered something in the past, maybe why they're so adamant about helping social change and helping other people and protecting other people is because they went through something in their past, and they're using that past to propel them to a better life, to a better place. I'm getting a very strong sense up here of a spiritual person. This looks like meditation to me. The High Priestess does talk about feminine spirituality, not masculine religion. It can talk about an intuitive person. Maybe they are psychic, or at the very least, their spirituality is very important to them, and they use their intuition to make decisions and to move through life. And they're not afraid to seek the counsel of a wise person, or someone who is wise to them. They might have a fiery temper. That tower kind of reminds me of someone who is quick-tempered. With the lightning, it reminds me of Aquarius, because Aquarius has a lightning quick temper. It's just like a flash. I'm an Aquarius, so I can tell you it's true. Nobody sees it coming. And it's just like a flash of temper and anger, and then it's gone. So their temper might be like that. They do basically try to stay balanced, honestly. Actually, they might have trouble with money too. They might have trouble balancing the budget at the end of the month. They might have more month than money, which I can also relate to. So maybe this is my reading. I don't know. Maybe I am your twin flame. I'm just kidding. Okay. Strength card is Leo. It's major arcana for Leo, but definitely a very strong person. I think this is definitely a woman, and it is definitely a strong woman. Whether you are a woman that dates women or you are a man that dates women, this twin flame for you is a strong woman. I guess it could be a guy that dates guys, but this particular guy would be very feminine or come across as a very strong woman. I don't know. Does that make sense? I don't know. You'll have to tell me. I don't know how all that stuff goes. If it resonates, great. What else about this person? Virgo energy, Leo energy. Though it's not indicated here, I'm getting that flash of Aquarius. I mean, there's nothing in the cards that's saying that. I'm just saying it. I'm picking up on Aquarius in this reading. What else about this person? So, even though they do maybe kind of have to rob Paul to pay Peter sometimes, and they're not that great at the money stuff, they're still financially stable. They have enough. They may not be growing hugely financially, but they have enough to do what they need to do. They can pay their bills, maybe save a little bit. They're financially secure for sure. Okay, is that all I see? Maybe an avid reader, an avid traveler. Again, very spiritual and a good companion. I think friendships are important to them. That's another reason I was picking up on Aquarius. Friendships are very important to Aquarius. That light and quick temper, that's another reason. Anyway. All right, that's a little bit about who your twin flame is. Let's look at how and when you will meet this person. And again, I'll just pull all the cards at the same time and see what we get. With the Herbal Tarot, you got the Emperor, the Six of Wands, and the Three of Pentacles. With the Gregory Scott, you got the Nine of Wands, the Eight of Pentacles, the Six of Cups, and the King of Pentacles. How and when. With the Sedona Oracle, you got the Unexpected. I love that. Suddenly, unexpectedly, you will meet this person. And then with the Tea Leaf Fortune cards, Beetle, Good Fortune. That's nice. Horse, Short Journey. Hand, In Need of Help, Assistance and Guidance. August. And Ring, a marriage will take place, either romantic or business. Okay. So, I was already picking up work because you got two cards here that indicate work here. You got an Eight of Pentacles and a Three of Pentacles. Both of those talk about working hard at something that you really enjoy doing, planning for your future financial gains, apprenticeship. So in the first one, I think there was some student, like definitely student in there. So if you guys are in college, you might meet this person at your first job. With the assistants and the horse, I'm actually picking up on they might help you. You got two cards of victory here, so that might be a sporting event or something, but they actually might help. You might break down on the side of the road or something and they might help you. I think that some of you, there's like, you're going to a wedding and you meet this person at a wedding. Some of you, you meet them at a wedding, but you already know them. They're like from your past, like you knew them a long time ago. Could be somebody that you've already dated. Or somebody from your childhood that you run into at some wedding. As far as when, you have two indications. Either you got August here. You got three. You got August. You got the Emperor, which represents Aries, which would be the end of March, beginning of April. And you've got the King of Pentacles, which represents Gemini for me. So that would be the end of May, beginning of June. Summer is looking really positive. Spring or summer. March, April, May, June. Spring and early summer looking really positive, but it may be late summer for some of you. What about this victory here? That Nine of Wands and the Six of Wands both are victory cards. So what would that be about? I guess it could be some kind of recognition ceremony. And it could be work related. It could also be a sporting event. Okay. Is that all I see here? But I will tell you this. It's going to be very unexpected. It's like, wow, I did not see that coming. Okay. So that's all I see for how and when. So let's take a look at how the relationship will unfold. Got a lot of cards here. Let's start with the Herbal Tarot. You got the Lovers, the Nine of Wands, and the 8 of Swords. The Druidcraft Tarot, the 2 of Wands, the 2 of Pentacles, and the 4 of Wands. With the, what is it called? Whispers of Love Tarot, you got have faith, trust your faith in this situation. With the Crystallary, oh nice, fall apart, smoky quartz. It's a nice card, but it's not a nice message. Fall apart, smoky quartz. With angels and ancestors, you got Sky Father, trust the unknown. That's 2 messages of trust here. Both of those messages are having faith and trust. Diamond, you'll be receiving or giving a precious gift. Diamond could be an engagement ring. Archway, new opportunities, possibilities, and paths opening up. Tent, temporary situation. I know what that's about. And fire, strong emotion, passionate love or hate. I love you. I hate you. I love you. I hate you. I've been in those relationships. Okay, so look, here's how this relationship unfolds. And this is actually pretty good because, as I said in the introduction, from my research, what I found out is that twin flames are not easy journeys. They bring up your deepest, darkest fears, your anxieties, all those things, all that shadow stuff. They're here to challenge you, but also to offer healing from these things. And compared to the first reading, you guys' journey is not nearly as rough as far as bringing up these things that are bad in you and then healing them and being able to move forward. Because, okay, how it unfolds is you do meet each other. You have a natural affinity for each other at first, which is actually one of the hallmarks of a twin flame journey. You recognize each other. It's like you've known each other your whole life. You have a natural affinity for each other. The prospects for the relationship are very good. And then the anxiety sets in. And there's a lot of fear. There's a lot of fear of being trapped. Somebody has, what do you call those? Commitment issues. No judgment. I have on myself. Commitment phobic or whatever. Definitely somebody is going to be feeling trapped in this relationship and they can't decide, is this what I really want? Can I really do the long haul here? Am I really cut out for this? That's the kind of questions, one or both of you, because you bring up these anxieties in each other, right? So you might both have the same issue. Am I cut out for this? Is this what I really want? Is this the right relationship for me? And actually, I'm not even feeling so much, is it the right relationship for me, as is a relationship what I want? Because it seems really difficult for me to, I tend to feel trapped when I'm in relationships. I tend to feel like that it weighs me down. It's very burdensome to me. So it's more of, is a relationship really what I want? Okay, so it does fall apart at some time. And that is another hallmark of a twin flame relationship. There can be a lot of breakups, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth thing. I don't feel a lot of back and forth, back and forth, and back and forth with you guys. I feel a little bit. I feel it's more like taking a break and deciding what you really want. 2 cards of decision here. 2 of Wands, prospecting, looking out on the world and seeing what it is that you want. 2 of Pentacles, can't find my equilibrium, can't figure it out. Is it what I want? Is it not what I want? Do I want to? Does he love me? Yes or no? That kind of thing. Do I want a relationship? There's such a beautiful message here of faith. that I think this is, you know, just a message for you guys to have faith and keep faith that this relationship is going to work out, because in the end it does. You got the archway, the diamond, the Four of Wands. That's definitely marriage. Now that doesn't necessarily mean it has to be a legal marriage. It's marriage, whatever that means to you. Maybe you just live together forever or whatever. But there is a serious coming together and working through your twin flame journey in this lifetime. I think it sticks. I really do. Eventually, I think it sticks. Like I said, it falls apart. That's a temporary situation. That's just a lot of fear and anxiety. Not even too terribly strong, bad fear and anxiety. I think you just have that like normal people. You are very passionate about each other, and that is also a hallmark of a twin flame relationship. I love you. I hate you. I love you. I hate you. And it's going to depend on the day how you feel about this person, because there is just a lot of passion there, which is good. What I really feel about this situation with pile 2 is that you guys are blessed to be able to have this twin flame journey in this lifetime, and to have that relationship come to you so that you can heal the things that you need to heal to become a whole person in yourself, and for that person to become a whole person in themselves, and to be able to come together and have a good relationship. I think that's kind of cool. All right, that's all I have for pile 2. Until next time, I'm sending you lots of light and love. Take care. Welcome back, my friends. If you chose pile 3, these are going to be your messages. Pile 3 did have the amethyst on it, rough cut amethyst. So we got a lot going on here. I'm doing this reading in 3 sections. So section 1 will be, what is your twin flame like? So I'll get any information that I can. Any information that comes through about zodiac signs, about personality traits, what else? Looks, anything that comes through, I'll let you know. So for the Herbal Tarot, you got the 9 of Swords, the Sun, the Queen of Cups. For the Gregory Scott Tarot, you got the 8 of Swords, a worry wart here. I think we got a worry wart on our hand, a little anxiety. 10 of Swords. The Fool card. And for the Sacred Contracts, we got Child, Orphan. Light attributes, independence based on learning to go it alone, conquering fear of surviving. And shadow attributes, feelings of abandonment that stifle maturing, seeking inappropriate surrogate families. Oh my goodness. I might be a child orphan. Scribe, light attribute, preserving knowledge and information. Shadow attribute, altering facts or plagiarizing others' work. Got Child Divine too, got 2 childs. Innocence, light attributes are innocence, purity, and redemption. Suggests a special connection with the divine. The shadow attribute, an inability to defend oneself against negative forces. And Mentor, light attribute, passing on wisdom and refining a student's character. Shadow attributes, inability to allow the student to move on to the role of master, imparting false instruction. Mentor. Okay. Yeah, picked up very strongly in the beginning. This person is a bookworm. They are, you got Scribe. What else was it that's talked about? Knowledge, information, writing. Oh, the loner thing, going it alone. A lot of writers like to have time alone. So very knowledgeable themselves, but also a bit of a teacher. They want to help other people. They want to share the information that they have learned. Could be a playwright, could be, I mean, they could write anything. It could be a journalist. It could be some literary writer that writes novels. It could also be maybe like an English teacher type of person. Like they don't necessarily write themselves, but they love literature and are very deep into the books, and knowledge is very important to them. Very independent person. As far as signs, the only one that you really have here is Scorpio. Minor arcana for Scorpio with that Queen of Cups. But you could extend that to the other water signs like Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. So that's a very loving person. That's somebody who is, it's kind of actually motherly energy, but it's someone who's very nurturing and who is kind of like fun and very open and very loving, and like kids love her because she's just so fun to be around, and she's just so engaging, and she embraces people, and there's no pretense with this woman. She's just all about love, basically. So we do have that part of her. I think she's kind of fun because we got the Fool. I think she maybe likes to have fun. She's a jester, kind of a joker person, likes adventures. Maybe good sense of humor. And I don't know why I'm calling it a woman. Just the Queen is the only thing that I see here. Although there are a lot of women depicted in these cards. It could still be a male. There still is that anxiety. Now, I will say this. When you have someone that's this intelligent and thoughts and ideas are very important to them, they can live in their head a lot. And I feel like that's kind of some of what's going on over here. This type of a person, exercise and adventures and getting out of their head is very important because they think too much. It's almost like an air sign trait, which makes me think that even though the air signs are not here as far as people concerned, there are lots of swords, which mean to me that this person that you're dealing with, male or female, could be an air sign. They could be a Libra, Aquarius, or Gemini, because they're so in their head. We also have the Sun represented here, which is not technically Leo, technically a major arcana for Leo, or is it? No, it's not technically. However, the Sun is the ruler for Leo, so I could even go so far as to say there's Leo energy here in these cards. So basically, very intelligent writer or literary person. Definitely a reader if they're not a writer. Very independent. Adventurous. Smart. But you got this Fool and this Sun here. That's a sunny disposition. This person is not a downer, for sure. Even though you got this anxiety, they're still a very light-hearted and happy. The Sun is all about joy and happiness. So they are a very happy person. And you got this card that Child Divine indicates that they might be very spiritual. She's in a meditation pose here. You got the Child Divine. They might have a very spiritual aspect to them as well. Teacher energy for sure. Okay, that's all I see as far as personality here. about who it is, who your twin flame is. Let's see how and when you will meet this person. Okay, with the Herbal Tarot, you got Ace of Pentacles, the Knight of Swords, and the Page of Swords. Gregory Scott Tarot, you've got Justice, Five of Wands, and the Moon. With the Sedona Oracle deck, you got Changes, Coxcomb, and Century Plant. Look upwards. Look up, look up, look up. Oh, look up at the moon. Yeah, maybe at nighttime. Okay, so with the tea leaf fortune cards, you got Needle and Thread. Can't talk. A sincere wish will be granted. Younger woman, dealings or relationship with a younger woman. Dragon, beware of self-delusion. Oh, that kind of goes along with that moon card. And Parrot, someone will gossip about all your secrets. Oh my God, you guys know what I'm picking up here. This is so funny. I'm picking up on a younger brother or sister here who... Okay, so the question is, how and when will you meet? I'm picking up on a younger brother or sister who is fixing you up or telling you this person some stuff about you, and it intrigues this person and they want to meet you. That will be for some of you. Okay, there are some very strong winds here. I think that some of you might meet this person at nighttime. You got the moon card here and you got look upward. So I think you might actually be out looking at the moon, like taking a stroll in the moonlight, maybe on the beach or something. I do it all the time. So I feel like some of you actually might meet like that. Some of you meet through a younger sibling. Some of you, I think, actually meet through a court case. I don't know that this person, yeah, we didn't see that in what their personality traits were like, that they were involved in the legal system in any way. So I do think that you just might meet them at the courthouse, like you're involved in a court case or something, some kind of legal battle. You just happen to run into them, or maybe they're your lawyer, or maybe they're the judge, or whatever it is. I don't feel like this is a divorce case, though. I feel like it's actually some kind of small claims court or something. You really feel like that you were wronged in some situation. And you just take somebody to court. I think it has a monetary attachment to it. It's just a conflict here. So, do I see any other house? How you will meet? Well, Page of Swords talks about communications, like written communications. So this could be like through the internet or something that you meet this person. But this Knight of Swords means it's fast moving energy. Like this is the fastest moving of all of energy. So as far as how, very quickly. And as far as timings are concerned, you have several things here. You got Justice, which is major arcana for Libra, which would be the end of October, beginning of September. You got the Ace of Pentacles, which is the timing for springtime. And you also got Page of Swords, which is minor arcana for Taurus, end of May, beginning of June. And then you've got the Moon card, which is the end of February, beginning of March. So February, here's what you got represented here. February, March, April, May, June. So I feel most of y'all are probably going to fall into that time frame. And then some of you, it will be next fall, September, October. And then for some of you, I'm actually getting a year spring. Not this spring, but the next spring. Okay. But however it comes, whenever it is, it's very fast moving energy. Like you meet them and this relationship takes off very quickly. For some of you, this younger sibling person that talks to you, I think it might be to someone in their school system, like a teacher or a counselor or something, and that is the person that you meet. It's probably just for one or two of you, but yeah. It might not be a younger sibling. It could be like a niece or a nephew or something like that too. Okay, I'm getting this, and this is probably just going to be for a few of you too, but if you go to events that are like, I don't know, WWE wrestling or something that would, anything that's kind of violent in that way where people would be knocked out, like boxing or any of that kind of stuff, that might be where you meet this person. Okay. That's all I see in those messages. So now we'll move on to how the relationship will unfold. We got a lot of cards here, so we'll just take them as they come. All right, with the Herbal Tarot, you have the Four of Swords, the King of Pentacles, the Two of Cups. Interesting. With the Druid Craft Tarot, you have the Five of Swords, the Wheel, the Prince of Cups, Angels and Ancestors, you have Fire Guardian, Ignite Your Passions, with the Crystallary, you got, Sharpened Shadows, Obsidian. With the Whispers of Love Tarot, you have Speak the Language of Love. Loving words have the power to change lives, including your own. With the Tea Leaf Fortune cards, you have Beryl. You feel something is lacking in your life, perhaps love, money, or goals. Turkey, someone is behaving stupidly. That's succinct as a message, isn't it? Forest, muddled, unclear thinking. Bear, danger, especially in money matters. Scales, keep your life in balance. And bird flying, news is on the way. Okay, let's see what we can go. Let's see how this relationship unfolds here. Well, it is very clear that you guys have some conflict in the money situations. Okay, first of all, you come together. It's a very promising relationship. It looks really, really good in the beginning. I'm getting Gemini energy here in twins. Gemini, minor arcana for Gemini. So I don't know if you guys may be a Gemini or they're a Gemini, or that's when you guys come together is in Gemini season, which is June. But Gemini is also just the sign of twins, so this is just maybe just reiterating that this is a true twin flame journey here. But you do come together. You have a lot of passion for each other. You have a lot of compatibility. It is good for a while, for sure. And then money bags, whoever that is, whether it's you or him, or you or the other, I'm not going to say him, decides to take a break. And I think they decide to take a break because you are not that great with the money. He thinks you're stupid. She thinks you're stupid with the money. Now, if that seems like a silly reason to break up with somebody, I will tell you that marriage counselors, they've done polls on this, and the number one thing that couples fight about is money. So your money lives or styles just do not match at all. And for this person, who I feel like is kind of maybe even an earth sign, they're very stable and money is very important to them, and stability and security and all those things, very important to them. Maybe too important. Maybe that's one of the lessons that you are here to help teach them, is that not everything is about money. They really, really struggle with your different styles. So they do decide to take a break from this situation. You guys will have some arguments about money, I'm not going to lie, because you do really just see the situation differently. The Four of Swords does indicate taking a rest, taking a break. The Scissors indicates cutting. The Five of Swords talks about the conflict. So then that relationship will be severed. One of the things that I learned in my research is a lot of times twin flame relationships they break up and they get back together. So I do see that happening for you guys, and I do think that it is all about money. Bear danger, especially in money matters. Turkey, someone is behaving stupidly. Forest, muddled, unclear thinking. Barrel, you feel something is lacking in your life, perhaps love, money, or goals. It's just a conflict here. And that's just the bottom line. There is a conflict here about financial situations. There is this person, whoever the person is with, that's more stable, financially stable and secure, and that is the most important to them. That person is going to be really struggling with it. They're going to be the one that breaks this off. Okay, so then that's not going to last, because the wheel is always turning, and the wheel in this case turns in your favor. So for one season you will be broke up with this person, and the next season they will come right back around. Why? Because he really, really, really loves you. Because the love is there. Because he realizes that he's been behaving stupidly to put so much stock in the finances and not enough stock in the relationship that you have. And he will miss you. He will miss the love. He will miss the relationship. He will miss the companionship. And he will come back and he will offer you something in the way of relationship. And then you guys will have to work together to create a balance in your life that respects his desire for security. It probably comes from someplace. Maybe he was poor when he was growing up, or she was poor, or whatever. You guys will together try to figure out a way to balance your relationship so that both of those things are important, the love and the money. And there's some really beautiful imagery here in you guys together. Speak the language of love. Loving words have the power to change lives, including your own. You just love each other. That's all there is to it. So you're going to come back together a second time around and deal with each other in a much more loving way, because the both of you are going to realize that it's just really important. It's an important relationship. The love is important. The companionship is important. Oh, and this is just a side note. Before this person comes back and offers you something in the way of relationship and says, yes, I love you, I do want to move in together or get married or be with you or whatever, you will find out about it beforehand from somewhere else, from a third party, or you will find out about it in some way before it actually happens. All right, that's all I have for pile 3s. Until next time, I'm sending you lots of light and love. Take care. Hello, my friends. Welcome back. If you chose pile 4, these are going to be your messages. Twin flame messages. So pile 4 did have a rose quartz on it, rough cut rose quartz. So we got some stuff going on here. So the first part will be, what is your twin flame like? The second part will be, when and how will you meet this person? And the third part will be, how will the relationship unfold? So let's start here with, what is this person like? I'll get any kind of clues I can. Personality traits, looks, zodiac signs, anything that comes out in the cards. Okay, you got the Empress. You got the Death card. You got the 2 of Cups in the Gregory Scott Tarot. For the Herbal Tarot, you got the Knight of Wands. You got the 5 of Cups. And the Knight of Cups. Okay, so young energy here seems to be. Particularly young man energy. Okay, so for the, you got a lot of these. The Sacred Contracts cards. Vampire. Light attributes makes you aware that someone or something is draining your life force. That's good. Shadow attributes. Depleting others for your psychic survival. Chronic complaining and codependency. It's an energy vampire, right? Gambler. Willingness to follow intuition even when others doubt you. Shadow attribute. Relying on luck rather than hard work. Poet. Light attribute. Expresses soul insights and symbolic language. Shadow attribute. Turns a lyric gift to negative or destructive effect. Prince. Light attribute, romantic charm and potential for power. Shadow attribute, using power for self-aggrandizement. And the last one you got is Midas or Miser. Light attributes, entrepreneurial or creative ability to turn anything to gold. Delight in sharing life's riches. Shadow attributes, hoarding money and emotions. Obsessive fear of losing your wealth. Okay, well, boy, there is an interesting mix of stuff going on here. You've got everything in this reading. You've got Cups, Knight of Cups, Knight of Wands, Scorpio, that's cup energy. Empress is Taurus energy, kind of. It's not technically the energy, but I do associate it with Taurus. what is missing though? I don't think you have any real, you don't have any real air elements here. So definitely earth signs are represented here. Fire signs are represented, and cups, water signs are represented. No logic though. The air signs are missing. The thoughts, the ideas, so you got a lot of action, a lot of emotion, and a lot of earthly pleasures and business mind. Okay, let's talk about this. First of all, this person is very attractive. That shows up in the Empress card there. Almost has some regal quality about him or her. People are looking on with a bit of jealousy, admiration, of course, but also jealousy. This person is very, very attractive. Empress energy is about, it can be mother energy actually, but it's also about being in a place of complete abundance and being the queen of all queens. So you got queen energy and you got prince energy. Knights, prince, that's all young energy. I feel like your twin flame might be a little bit younger than you are. So with this death card, that's Scorpio energy. So they could be really able to, and you got that vampire, they might just be kind of one of those people that's just really into Halloween. And I have a friend that's like that. She's just really into like dark stories and horror stories and Halloween and vampires. And, you know, that's just kind of who she is. She's very much an individual, that's for sure. So she or he might just be into that kind of stuff. But it could be that they're also very good at, which not everybody can do, at going to dark places. Not everybody can do that. Like Scorpios are very often are hospice workers, are people that help people transition to the other side, because they can deal with that kind of very dark, very serious kind of energy and help shed some light on it and help people with that process. So, let's see what else I see here. Okay, so they probably are really good with the words. They can maybe write words, but they can definitely express themselves in word pictures, which is a really, really good skill to have. It's a very good skill to have in relationships. There used to be a relationship guru, and I guess that was back in the 90s, and I don't see him much anymore. I think his name was Gary Smalley or something like that. But he used to say that creating word pictures for your mate is a wonderful way to communicate, because it helps them to see how their actions are affecting you. So he was big on the word pictures. So this person is good at that. That is good. They might be a little adventurous, a risk taker, an entrepreneur, a gambler. That kind of energy is definitely coming through here. I will say this, and this is kind of indicative of the water signs. They might be a little moody or a little sulky sometimes, particularly the Cancers. Their moods kind of go by the phases of the moon. If you're with them long enough, you can tell what their mood is going to be like depending on what the moon phase is. It's really that serious with the water sign, with the Cancer. Maybe not so much with the rest of the water signs, but they can be a little bit moody. That's just the truth. but very loving and very good at relationships. And they may actually be good at bringing people together for, maybe they're a PR person, they're good at relating. They might be good at bringing people together for like mergers of companies, to, you know, any kind of like business, I don't know, not business partnerships, that kind of thing. They bring people together. They know all the players. They're good at knowing what all the players want because they understand people, right? So they're good at brokering deals, I guess is what you would call it. Bringing all the players to the table to make a deal. I think they're good with money too. With that Midas and Miser there, I mean, they might be a little tight with their money, which is not fun. It's not always fun energy. I don't like men that are too tight, because I think stingy with their money, stingy in bed. That's what I think. Let's see, what else do we see here? Very romantic person, very young romantic energy for sure. Okay, I think that's all I see there as far as what this person is like. Okay, how will you meet your twin flame, and where? What? No, not where. When and how? I think that was the question. Okay, so for the Herbal Tarot, we have Death again. Oh my gosh, a lot of Scorpio energy in this thing. 9 of Cups, 2 of Swords. For the Gregory Scott Tarot, you got the King of Cups, the Magician, and the 4 of Swords. With the Sedona Oracle, you got Red Rock Nurturing. And let's see what we got with the Tea Leaf Fortune cards. You got Dog Barking, Advice from a Friend. Dolphin, Financial Gain, usually coming from something you did in the past. Younger Man, dealings or a relationship with a younger man. What did I say earlier? I think your twin flame might be younger than you. Cane, pay attention to your health. Okay, I saw that coming. And Cracked Cup, dissatisfaction with life. Okay, when and how you will meet them. There is definitely an indication here of in a hospital. Got the nurturing, nurses, 4 of Swords, needing, it's a rest. It's needing to take care of yourself. It's needing, and it definitely can be in the hospital or some kind of illness. You got the Death card here, and I honestly feel like it's you. It's not someone that's dying in a hospital, like you're going to see your grandfather in the hospital and he is dying, or that kind of thing. I don't really feel that like this hospital situation is related to the death. I think this person might actually work in a hospital. And that's why the Death card is coming up. They might work in hospice, what I was saying earlier, because of that. Hospice, hospital, something like that. And you also might meet them in a hospital if you don't take care of yourself, because you got this message over here that you really need to take care of your health. So watch the broken bones, watch the accidents, watch the... I don't feel like it's a serious illness that takes you to the hospital, but I do think that you might have some small illness that puts you in the hospital, and that's how you meet this person for some of you. I'm also picking up on water here for some of you. You got the Dolphin, and then you got this 2 of Swords, which is at the water. Through a friend, might be an option for some of you. Maybe a Cancer friend or an older gentleman friend. Maybe even a father figure. You might meet this person through that. As far as when, we have, let's see what we got on the table here. Okay, so I just noticed this cane on the health thing. This might be a hospice situation, like an older relative is in hospice or something, and that's how you meet this person. Okay, when. So we got the Death card, which talks about Scorpio season. That would be the end of October, beginning of November. We are actually in Scorpio season now. You got the King of Cups, which is my minor arcana card for Cancer. So that would be the end of June, beginning of July. And I don't see any other kind of indications of timing, but maybe 1 year from now, I'm in picking up 1 year. So that's for some of you. Take that how it resonates. Okay, I think that's all I see here. Okay, so the Magician is the card of manifestation. So as far as how you are meeting this person, you are manifesting this person. Like you have a list that you have put out to the universe and of what it is that you would like to in a mate, and it is coming to you. And it just so happens that that person is also your twin flame. This is a wish fulfillment card, so you are manifesting this person. It may even be an online situation where you go out there and mark all the things that you want in a mate. This is your ideal person, and then they match you up with that person. So for some of you, it definitely could be online. Okay, so that's all I have for that. And the last bit of it is, how will the relationship unfold? So let's look at that. All right, we got lots of different cards here on this one. We'll start with the Herbal Tarot. Oh, this is, I pulled this card and I wasn't going to keep it in, but I asked the question, should I keep this in? And it came back with a clear yes. So this is actually an advertising card in the pack. It's not really a card. It's just part of the packaging. But I kept it in here because it might have a message here for you guys. We'll see. It says, the path of the herbalist is to open ourselves to nature in an innocent and pure way. She in turn will open her bounty and reward us with many valuable secrets. May the earth bless you. So definitely a card of nature and being out in nature. Okay, so you got the Ace of Wands, the High Priest, and the Queen of Wands. For the Druid Craft Tarot, you got the Three of Swords, the Six of Cups, and the Three of Cups. With angels and ancestors, you got great teacher, learn from spiritual experiences. With the crystal area, you got lepidolite, which I don't know what that crystal is. Looks purple, but it says breathe in your trueness. Breathe in your trueness. It's got some kind of unicorn there. And with Whispers of Love Tarot, you got rest and relaxation is essential. We all have a fundamental need to take a break. All right, with the tea leaf fortune cards, you got coins. Money will be coming to you. Horseshoe, good luck. You got a unicorn and a horseshoe, good luck. Firecracker, excitement. Rat, someone working against you behind your back. Cobweb, protected from negative forces beyond your control. And ant, work, achievement, success. Okay, how this relationship will unfold. So in the introduction, I did talk about a little bit about twin flames and about the path not always being rosy. It's not always just linear. You meet, you fall in love, you get married, you have children. It's not like that. A lot of times these relationships come to us so that we can work through our deepest shadow selves, our biggest fears and anxieties. So those will oftentimes come up in these kinds of relationships. The reason I'm saying that is because I do see there are lessons to be learned in this relationship. I see that you guys will at some point take a break, and you personally will have to figure out what your truth is and what you want and desire in a relationship. The beginning of this relationship is really firecrackers, gangbusters, firecrackers. It's exciting. It looks good. You're happy. Wands energy here is the wands of the zodiac, or the goers and doers and that kind of thing. They are entrepreneurial. They have, like business owner energy. They're just very creative, very action oriented. There's a lot of action in the beginning of this relationship. I honestly feel like the woman may be the pursuer in this relationship. I did say that it was an older person. I feel like the woman is the older person in this relationship, and the guy is younger. But I think that she may be the one that's pursuing it. But it's a very sexual and very exciting and passionate relationship in the beginning. Okay. I don't know if this person is already involved with someone else, or after you guys get together, someone from one of y'all's past comes back, and you or the other person will have some kind of connection with that person from the past. I'm not saying it's necessarily an affair, but I do think it's like a third party situation, which means that this third party is at least causing trouble in the situation, because you have this rat card here that says someone working against you behind your back. And so it could be them. It could be like someone from their past comes back in and starts digging up some trouble with you, with your relationship with this person. And so I feel like you take a break from it. You're exhausted. There's been a lot of activity. You've learned some lessons along the way. But you do come back to this relationship. One, because you got the cobweb here, and it says you're protected from negative forces beyond your control. So this will not win out in the end. It's just not going to win. Two, you have this unicorn and this horseshoe, which talks about luck. Luck is on your side in this situation. This is a fortunate turn of events for you when you come together with this person, and that is going to be recognized by the universe. You will have this is a fortunate meeting for you, and so because of that, it is blessed. So you will come back together. And I do think you have a very traditional relationship. The high priest can sometimes indicate a marriage when you're doing a relationship reading. I'm not necessarily sure that it's an actual marriage, like legally, that you get married, but it's a very traditional relationship in that you live together, you're committed to each other, and there's nobody, it's not an open relationship, it's just very traditional. Because not only do you have that high priest there, but you also have the Three of Cups, which indicates there's a celebration or there's a wedding or something like that. There is this message of here of opening to nature, and nature being a part of this relationship in some way. Work, achievement, success. Money will be coming to you, coins. I don't know. And it talks about the path of the herbalist. So I don't know if you have some kind of outdoor business, because this is business owner energy. And I feel like this is you, and I feel like this is the woman. So I don't know if you have some kind of outdoors business, or this other person has an outdoors business, a business related to the outdoors in some way, or nature, or herbs, or gardening, or something like that. I think you might be doing that together. I think that's a part of your path, your twin flame path. Has something to do with nature. But basically, you will learn who you truly are in this relationship. You will learn many great lessons, and you guys will, this relationship is blessed. You will end up having a successful twin flame connection, even though there is this bit of messiness from a third party. All right, that's all I have for pile threes. Until next time, I'm sending you lots of light and love. Take care.